Okay, we should be live. I've. Okay, there might be a little bit of feedback. Okay, awesome. That's all I need to know is it's going through to YouTube just fine. Alright. So, hello everyone, good morning and welcome to Com+2. I'm privileged today to have some of the Com+2 folk game before they get swamped. As always, I'm Jeremy from Power Up Gamers. Little announcement. As of now, Legate's Tome of Amazing Creatures Volume 3 is available on Drive-Thru RPG, which you'll all see some of that monsters possibly in this one-shot. And they're also playtesting a mechanic for the setting of Legate that no one has seen yet. So, with that, I have Jason and Becky with me. Why don't you guys introduce yourselves, plug something, tell them what Com+2's about, and we'll get this show on the road.
Who's taking that, babe?
I think you're saying I should do it.
I don't mind.
Okay. Well, yeah, so we are Jason and Becky. We are the organisers for Com+2 and also Com+1, which was before then. We are an online charity RPG convention raising money for the Butterfly Project, which is a fantastic project in Uganda, which helps kids from very underprivileged backgrounds, from slums in the cities, from really remote villages up in the north, to come together, get educated at boarding school, and to, more importantly for us, learn things, experience things through gaming.
Awesome. So you guys have arrived on the floating island of a server, the capital city on the main continent, and in the world of Legate, of course, us. And you have been called there for the opening matches of the PGL's World Tour. The PGL, a professional sporting game, it's played globally. A many champions who have won fame, fortune, etc. So getting up, just having a quick breakfast, your match is around midday. The Coliseum's easily spotted. It's a huge agate Coliseum. So, why don't you introduce your character, Jason?
Sure.
And then maybe say a bit about how you got involved in this competition.
Okay. So I am playing a rock gnome druid. I'm just trying to work out if he's got his name anywhere. Because if so, I can't see it anywhere. This is the first time I've used a Hero Lab sheet.
I don't believe the Hero Lab one had a spot for names.
Okay, cool. I will then make up a name in a second. But basically, he's got into this tournament because him and his group, they are not really big fans of this tournament. It's getting bigger. It's spreading far and wide. They're sort of using forest land cut down and use for sport, which they really dislike. So they're kind of getting him in to try and infiltrate a little bit and see what's going on, and potentially even cause a bit of sabotage if he can.
Okay. Hey, awesome. Becky?
Hi, my name's Connor Plus. You can call me Con or Con Plus. My father owns the team, and he's brought me in to sort out this rebel because it's about time we won something.
Nice. Nice. So we have on as that will be Becky. And what's your AC and passive?
My armor class is 19. Let me tell you, there are 3 kinds of paladins in the world. There are those who others admire. There are those who others fear. And then there is me. I have built my charisma abilities around the ability to be so annoying that you just give in.
Awesome. This is gonna be a blast.
And I thought mine wasn't very serious, but there we go. Becky's far surpassed my character.
There we go, the door's shut. Happy. Apparently I'm talking too loud.
Well, I can just hear two versions of you, that's all.
Okay. Have you figured out a name, Jason, and your
Yeah.
AC?
Yeah, my name's Umvin. I'll put that in the chat for you.
Yes, please.
AC is 12. What else did you want? Passive perception.
Passive perception would be good.
That's also 12.
You Umvin.
Umvin, yeah.
Okay. So 12 AC, 12 passive. Okay. And what was On's passive?
My passive perception is 12.
Oh wow, I can see as well as you. I'm quite surprised at that.
Yeah. Awesome. So I imagine that Khan has probably recruited in for the team, and this is probably the first official match. That's for Ben. And so as the team's eating breakfast, it's not a huge team, and you have maybe 5 or 6 members, not counting the official coach and the recruiter. Most of them really have been kind of distant, especially from Khan. They're a little bit concerned that if Wood gets back to his dad, that they're in trouble. And they're not sure what to make of Ben yet. Being the greenhorn of the team. So you're free to talk as you're grabbing a quick breakfast if you like. I little bit about the Coliseum is you do know it is several football fields in length, and surrounded by large agate crystals that basically make illusions, and you guys sit in little spheres. And then they have floating spectator benches that kind of go around the Coliseum. And then
So-
I'll explain the rest of it when we start.
So, Vin, are you going to be a grizzly bear today?
My name's Umvin, and I'm not really bear-like. I'm much more into the earth and nature and things rather than animals.
Yes, like a grizzly bear. That's why we hired you, isn't it? Vin?
You know I am a gnome, right?
A gnome bear.
Okay, yeah, a bear, sure. And,
Did we
I
get
sort
the
of-
wrong player again?
And I sort of I've already got a large glass of wine with me because traditionally my my family and my tribe we like to sort of drink sort of a large glass of something strong to start off the day.
Let me get this right. You are Vincent, correct?
No.
We got the wrong player again. But you are a druid.
I have an affinity with nature and manipulating things around myself with nature, yes.
Great, just turn yourself into a bear. We'll be fine.
Sure. I'll see if I can learn that in about 10 minutes.
That's the spirit.
Oops. You kind of go back and forth like this for a little bit as you're eating, and it's a light porridge, some light fruit. You Con definitely knows you don't want to eat a heavy meal before one of these matches, so everyone tends to eat kind of light, and then afterwards they party, especially if they win. And so about 45 minutes to an hour passes, and you guys are ready to go. The rest of the team's getting up and walking out of the tavern. And then if you follow them, you'll notice is that the town is packed. Just on the Skycracken that you guys came in on was probably close to coming in for this event. You do see several of the businesses aren't open, and then you imagine as it gets closer to match time, they'll all basically shut down and convene on this stadium. And looking up ahead, you easily spot it. It's one of the biggest buildings in the town. It is pretty early, but if you went there now, it will give you time to look around and maybe run through some practice sessions, some strategy type planning. Although both of you would know that it is really hard to plan for one of these matters of the random selection of choices is so you don't even know what environment you'll be in, what the contest consists of until the choices are made.
That's why we have a simple game plan in Team Plus. We charge.
Awesome. So, would you guys like to head to the Coliseum?
Yeah, sure.
Hey, you walk down the street. It's packed with people. Oh, well, and as you get pretty close, immediately you see these large marble statues that line what looks to be a red carpet. And Khan would definitely know this looking at them. These statues of the game. And so it's quite evident that winning can be quite lucrative. In fact, why don't both of you give me an insight roll?
Oh, 22.
Okay.
My word, I'm
Khan?
very interested in the bucket over there.
Okay. Hey. God, you do know of the Golden Judge who is said to run the whole thing. No one knows who it is. The few times they've been seen, they wear a golden mask and all their skin is covered with clothing. But it said that basically their word is law. Then you actually have heard of the Golden Judge might be in attendance for the first match of the World Tour.
Okay.
Now, of course, it could just be hearsay. People do like to talk, but it's something you might want to keep in mind. So walking in past these statues, and these statues easily stand probably 3 times Khan's height. So they're good 12, maybe 16 feet tall. All very elegant, very fine detail. Well, walking in past them, you see immediately the Colosseum opens up into almost an oval type ring. And you being there early, you see on this ring, and looking down, you see the playing field. So, do you guys want to browse the beginning setup of the vendors, or go on down to the playing field? And
Well, I know what Con would want to do, and I don't want to be kind of deviating too much from what he wants for the moment.
Why, yes, I want to get the first victory done.
So you went down to the playing field, kind of looking over it, just as we would think of a baseball all football field old in appearance, nice artificial grass as 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 you look up, see the floating boxes. You watch them as they float, and they don't come inside of the Colosseum. They float like right around the edge of the playing field. Oh, oh, and they do move. So the spectators sitting there would see different parts of the competition. And you look up, see the large agate eight clusters that stretch probably a good 60 feet up in the air, and they just surround this Colosseum. Probably a good 12 of them. I'm just forming an entire circle. You see the little spheres as the various sizes. There's some that for the smaller folk, the gnomes, halflings, dwarves. There's some that look like they'll fit the average elf. Maybe a half orc or smaller Goliath. There's some that will fit a full broad shoulder Goliaths and half giants, rat, dragonborn. So, looking at this fizz as that they are just this translucent globe, almost like a hamster wheel. And they have little padded seats in them that would fit the average size of the people expected to use that size ice fit. You know from past matches when you sit down, runes will light up in the air once the match starts, and the teammates get to take turns picking in the choices. Yes. And that determines what competition it's going to be. So if you guys would like, you could spend the morning practicing, doing a couple run throughs.
I turn to Con and say, do you know when the first match starts?
No idea.
They said midday.
Apparently midday.
Yeah, so it's a couple hours still.
We have a few hours to kill. It gives me a chance to treat my syphilis.
With these matches, do I know if is it just between, say, one person and a creature, or is it sort of different people against one thing?
Has our stream frozen?
The stream hasn't frozen, but Jaren's frozen by the looks of it.
I wonder if he's seeing us frozen.
Maybe.
Could be, but yes, I'm seeing you. I'm not seeing anything from Jaren. Technical issues.
Yeah. But yeah, it still says it's going. if I can find the actual YouTube.
I think there's a link on the ComPlus event list. Oh, Jaren's dropped.
Okay.
But it still says live, so I'm guessing
Yeah.
it must be broadcasting from this website, which I must make a note of and investigate at some point for my own use.
Let's see if it's.
So for anyone watching, hello. I don't normally sound like that character.
Yeah, we are still definitely going, so why don't we take the liberty to talk more about the con?
Yes, you can go to complus.live and take part in gaming for the next 3 days, and it's all for free, but to promote awareness of the wonderful Butterfly Project charity. And it's a wonderful charity because they use games and role-playing games and board games to supplement children's education, to teach them new skills and help them imagine a better future. And some of these children, they come from the most underprivileged backgrounds. They really do have no opportunities until this project comes in and helps them. So they're taking children from the slums of Kampala and the remote rural villages of Uganda. And I've spoken to some of these kids. They are amazing children. They just need to be given the opportunity to lead a great life rather than the life that's been mandated for them by default by growing up in a slum and having to work in a quarry from 8 years old, which is actually what happens. The average age in Uganda is 16. 80% of the population don't make it past 30.
Yeah. And, I mean, on another note, they are very excited about this con. They're doing their own stream on the Sunday morning. They're doing a Pathfinder game. They're doing some other local games as well. So they're really stoked for this con.
Yeah, they're going to be taking part in various games throughout the convention as well.
Yeah. And why don't you tell me a little bit about the prizes as well that we have on offer?
Well, us two, we are running the world's biggest RPG giveaway, along with our friend Lloyd Gyan, who's going to come in and help, because it takes 24 hours to give all the prizes away, and we'll be hosting this on our own YouTube channel. You can get the link and stuff from ComPlus site. It'll all be on there, or just head over to type into YouTube Pair of Geeks and you'll find our channel. It starts tomorrow at 1 p.m. UK time. Is tomorrow? Yes, tomorrow.
Yeah.
And it goes for 24 hours. We have just shy of 350 prizes we're giving away. We've done the maths. That's a prize every 4.3 minutes that we have to give away for 24 hours. So yes, and the thing is, for a small channel, so you can actually, last year people were winning boxes of stuff. It's an amazing thing. And so you might be wondering, what's the catch? Well, the only catch is, here it comes. Are you ready for this? We're going to ask you to donate to this charity, and we'll tell you a little bit about the charity whilst we're giving you the prizes. That's it.
Even if you don't donate anything, you might win something, although we would appreciate it if you could spare something.
If you can. We'll tell you about the work. You'll get to see the kids. You'll get to see some videos from Uganda and stuff like that. We're going to guilt you. That's our job. We're going to guilt you to make you
I don't know,
donate.
maybe guilt's the wrong word. Certainly when I saw the footage, I was inspired.
Yes, we're going to inspire you to donate.
Well, yeah, because like these kids, even though they're in really tough conditions that, you know, we would never think about because we're so privileged compared to them, the stuff that they're doing and how hard they're working to make that get done is just amazing. Like they're still really trying to set up board game clubs and their own little conventions and do what they can with what they've got.
Yeah, they really are amazing kids, full of spirit, and they love gaming. And it's just they're wonderful kids, and I want you to come meet them. So come take part in the convention and meet these kids for yourself, and then you can decide for yourself if that's a cause worth donating to, because I think it is.
I'm just keeping an eye on Facebook, but I'm not getting any messages from Jaren or anything. I know, he might be doing the reset.
Perhaps my character's ego was too much for him. You know what? I'm going to take this opportunity to sneak in one of these.
And have a cigarette, okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. don't make you might or anything first. I'm going to take a look at the ComPlus events list and see what we've got. So this is the very first game, the very first event of the Com. We have also got a couple of other RPGs today. Actually, we've got a few, come to think of it, because Friday's quite strong for this. So we've got a couple of... there's a couple of D&D games? Yes, we've got a D&D 5e game happening later at 9 o'clock UK time, 9 in the evening. And we've got an original D&D white box game happening at 8 o'clock UK time, 8 p.m. We've also got an Alien game, which I believe uses the new Alien system. We have a Charm game, which is a brand new system, which is currently on Kickstarter at the moment, but one of our admins from last year has created this. Apparently, you literally take 5 minutes to make a character, and you can put it all on a business card. What else have we got? Oh, yes, of course. And then we have the OCTGN Town Reloaded tournament, which is starting at 5 o'clock UK time, 5 p.m., but it's for 60 hours, so it goes through a big chunk of the com, and you can drop in, drop out, anything like that, and take part in that tournament. $5 to get in, and then any more donations are appreciated, and again, it all goes towards the com.
Thank you, guys. For some reason, my browser decided to crash.
Oh, lovely.
Yes. So you guys have spent a good 2 hours or so doing a few practice and getting familiar with these particular spheres, and it looks pretty much like you expected. And as you've been practicing and you've seen the spectators starting to come in, the commentators arriving and going up into their booths.
So can I just clarify something? So I when you described the spheres, I thought that's what the spectators were in. So we actually drive around in spheres.
Yes. You guys are in basically hamster balls.
Okay.
Balls. And then they have floating. It's basically a like a balcony seat at the opera that floats around that the spectators sit in.
Okay. So we fight in these hamster wheels.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Right.
That's,
how does that work?
You will see.
Okay.
We will see.
It can't be that hard.
Hey. So, we are actually about a good 35 minutes in if you guys want to take a quick break before we start the match.
We kind of just had one.
Yeah,
okay.
Becky went out for a fag, so yeah, I'm fine.
Awesome. So, you guys enter the rails of the spheres along with the rest of your team. And you do see an opposing team aim that takes the spheres as equal number of players. However, only one comes arms up to basically the center of the playing field. And you would assume it's the captain of the team. Right? Okay. You know this is pretty common because the friend, if it's going to be a one-on-one or type thing, or teammates fighting against teammates, anything's possible.
Oh, am I expected to go to the middle?
You'll probably fall over less if you do.
I say, I think we should get the other Vin. Fine, I'll head to the middle. And I roll my hamster cage to the middle.
Okay. It takes you a good 30 seconds or so to get there. And when you do, immediately the other captain looks at you, who kind of laughs, and you can't actually recognize him as a member of the Crimson Hawks. They're known for having a record of consecutive champions. So they're like the best of the best.
I say, laughing like that, it's almost as if you think you have more arrogance than me. How quaint.
You look at them and you see just this toothy grit coming from this large African. It goes, we'll crush you. And why would I need arrogance? I already know I'm better.
Well, if you're intending to crush a hamster ball, I think you don't know how the game is played.
He kind of chuckles and says, but since you're at a disadvantage, and he looks back at his team, all of us being seasoned veterans will allow you the first choice. So the way this works is you'll get to select one of 4 things, and then they'll get to choose one of 3. And the 4 things is going down is where, when, what, or why. And then they'll get to choose some more details. And then we have smaller default charts that kind of define it a little bit further. So, for example, if you were to say, hey, I want to pick what, your choices would be physical, mental, social, or the DM's choice.
I will choose what?
Okay. Okay. So, do you want it to be a physical contest, a mental contest, or a social contest?
We are going to have a social contest, a test of arrogance.
Very well could be. Okay. The other captain kind of chuckles, says, as good. We will pick Y. And the Y that they pick is to obtain.
Is to what, sorry?
Obtain something.
Obtain. Okay.
What we don't know yet until the DM reveals it. Then it comes back to you to pick when and or where.
I will pick where.
Okay. The choices for choice.
So you did freeze for me there. So my choice of where?
Earth, air, water, or DM choice.
I was hoping I could pick more specifically than that, but never mind. Let's have... Ooh. Oh, wait. I'm sure one of my teammates said something about one of those this morning. I think he said he was a druid of air. Let me see if I can get this right. Oh no, was it fire? Wait. Grizzly bear. We will fight! Oh, wait. I wasn't paying attention. Damn it. I'll get back to you. I will wheel my hamster ball over to Vim. Did you say you were a druid of water?
I can do some things with water, but no, not really. More with earth.
Earth. Right, earth. Oh, wheel the ball back. It was earth. That's the where.
Okay, so you touch the room for earth, which is how you make the selections, is touching the rooms for the words. It's the half of thick skin goes fine. Then we will pick when, and we pick twilight.
Oh, okay.
So either sun up or sundown.
Can't face us now, then. Need time to prepare.
He chuckles, goes, no, the illusions take care of that. So now we have the basic structure. We have a couple choices on each of the previous choices that define them a little bit more. So for what, which is the social contest, we have competition, assisted, collaboration, or DM choice. Assisted means teammate use tools, vehicles, gear, stuff like that.
Sure. Let's have one of those.
Yeah.
I don't know. I wasn't listening to the rules.
So the half chose twilight last, so it would be up to you. Oh, and you can pick on anything that's been chosen, and the main categories are what, where, when, and then why. I am then be picked for the details. So for what, it would be we've already picked social, so it would be social competition, social assisted, or social collaboration. Or
Social collaboration. I've always wondered what that word means, and I thought it might be good to find out now.
Cool. That means It's working together. Interesting. So the half orc looks and says, "We will choose Y," and the which is obtaining, and they are choosing out of home help, understanding, or DM choice. They are gonna choose understanding. So whatever this social collaboration competition is, it's to seek some kind of understanding.
Might be screwed then.
Good very will be. And then it goes back to you guys. We have left and win.
Let's deal with the where. Vin, get over here.
So where
Then
as Vin's rolling up, where we have choice of natural, constructed, illusionary, even though all of it's illusion, and DM choice.
so I get up quite briskly because my light little feet do it pretty well. What now?
Well, what kind of earth do you like?
The natural kind? Soil, trees, rock.
Forest, caves. That's kind of what's meant by natural in this case.
I mean, what
We
kind
will
of
have-
earth do you mean?
A natural earth.
Okay?
I sort of look at you because obviously I have no context of this. I look at you thinking you've changed your tune a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not sure what she's mean or what Khan's meaning, although you know how the selection progress goes, so
Yeah, I'm still wondering though how Con got to this conclusion.
Well, I want the grizzly bear to have the right environment.
ah. Now the truth comes out. And the last one is Twilight. So when the choices are past, present, and future, they are going to choose those the past. Okay. So I will. Okay. I need just a moment or two if you guys want to talk some about the prizes or something like that. Would be fantastic.
Okay.
Well-
Well, I was in the middle anyway of talking about the games we've got on. So moving on to Saturdays. There aren't many on Saturday for obvious reasons because, of course, everyone is turning up to the telethon. That, by the way, starts at 1 p.m. UK time, but on the site it is put down as midday because we are doing UCT time. UTC, sorry.
It's
not-
the central point on which all time zones are based because it's
I'm
an
still not
international.
quite awake yet. Apologies. But there are still a couple going on in the evening on Saturday. We have got, in fact, a panel run by this gentleman and I think
Yes.
a few researchers coming on.
Yes, and we also have a guest is from the Untimely Death podcast.
Ah.
That's
this is
coming
a-
on.
And this is a panel that you can tune in and listen to, so it's more of a discussion rather than an actual game, and it's called Accessibility and Inclusiveness Within Gaming. And there's a link in the event that you can just click on and then join in the chat. We've got Incident at Wellworth Prison, which if you think, I think I've heard of that. If you tuned last year, it was supposed to be run last year, but it's going to be run this year instead. And that's a true 20 horror game set in a prison. I think. Oh yes, is there another? No, I beg your pardon. I think that's just those events that are going on the Friday night. No, I beg your pardon. The Kampala kids have added another event called Risen from the Sands, and that is taking place at 5:30 UK time PM. I'm not sure what system that is, but oh wait, no, it's the same right in front of me. I told you I was still not awake. That's going to be a Pathfinder game. We've got a few more games in on Sunday, which mostly are after the telethon's finished. We've got an AD&D game called Terror in Torrington, which is 5 p.m. I think. No, beg your pardon, 5 in the morning. I've just noticed the time. 5 in the morning our time. Scarred Lands, The Artifacts of Spiragos. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. That's at 6 p.m. UK time. We've got a Starfinder game which needs more players. So if you're into Starfinder, then do go and join that. That's at 8 o'clock p.m. our time. And then we have a game technically Monday morning for us, but presumably the person who's running it, it's going to be in America because for them it starts earlier. It starts midnight Monday for us, but if you're in America, that's going to be sort of about 8:30ish in the evening, and that's got 9 players in.
Yeah, that one's really big. Can I just say that Starfinder game? I know some of the kids in Uganda are actually looking at joining that. I don't know if they have yet, but they were looking at joining that. So that is worth checking out.
Yeah, I can't see that anyone else has joined that so far, so it just looks like there's no players in at the moment.
Okay.
Awesome. So, I have come up with the competition for you guys. Right. So, the members of both teams watch as you see in the playing field around you, a large forest is grows up from the illusions from the crystals, and the spheres melt, allowing you to step out, and they form back up and just sit there. The half-orc looks at Khan and says, had to pick a lab, huh? What? Didn't want to fight? And he just gives the chuckle. Oh.
That was a bit surprised myself.
Looking up, you see the sun's just beginning to set. And you think through the trees, maybe a couple 100 yards, you see what might be some kind of building.
What do you mean? What does collaborative mean then?
It means working together.
What does working mean?
We do the same thing together, like in a team. We're not fighting, we're being cooperative.
I see. Do I?
You know how we're on the same side?
Why, yes.
They're now on the same side as we are.
Then how do we beat them?
We don't, because you chose to collaborate with them.
Yeah. You do know that the matches are judged by whoever achieves the objective, the team wins. And if you show good sportsmanship, points are deducted from your banking. That's just common knowledge all of you would have. And the players are individually ranked within the leagues as well as the team itself. So the
What's a building doing in a forest?
half of looks goes well. Choices we wanted to obtain understanding. Maybe it's a library.
Well, that seems like a poor use of natural books. I mean, we've got books right here in the form of trees. Why cut them down and then put them into a building in a forest that's already made of books?
He kind of echoes, looks over at the druid and just kind of hunches down a bit. He does know this is all illusion, right?
I don't think he does.
And he just shakes his head and he goes, well, I suppose we should check out that building and see what happens. I don't think we're in any physical danger given our choices.
I agree. Let's go check out the building. You never know, it might even be one my daddy owns.
I just starts walking towards it like he owns the forest. Good. That's and as you are walking through the forest and you're drawing a little bit closer to this building, you notice that several of the trees are dead. And they have this spooky, haunted oak kind of feeling and look to them. And right as not even a minute after you realize this, as the trees start to apart, and you can actually see the building, and it looks like it's an old ruin, should to be a by in front of it. Half of looks at you guys. Goes, not quite what I was expecting, but I suppose a church would have knowledge too. Of some
You came
kind.
in here with expectations? My word, you must be intelligent. Vin, what do you make of these trees? You know about trees and things.
Well, they're an illusion, so what do you mean?
Well, they look all dead.
They do, which is a pity.
Yeah, and it's definitely a change from where you guys arrived the trees there seem to be thriving. So within a couple hundred yards, it seemed to get worse.
I know it's an illusion, but I'm gonna see if I can still get any understanding if say there are any kind of little creatures in the dead branches or anything
Sure.
that I could communicate with.
Sure, give me a nature check.
That is a 13.
You actually listen for a moment and it's dead silent. You don't hear any kind of animal or life at all. However, you do get this sensation as you're driving closer to the temple that it might be somehow connected to at least the appearance of the dead trees.
Mm-hmm.
Whether the land itself is corrupt or not remains to be seen. But I would think as a druid that would be kind of your first instinct is that the land is probably corrupt with the churches.
Do we know what kind of gods this church is dedicated to?
Nothing on the outside that would say a looking at the gravestones, you do see some symbols of various gods. So, being pretty intelligent, you think it may have been one of the few temples that all the gods are worshipped at.
Okay. Gives it less of a reason than to be corrupt around it.
And everyone give me a perception check.
6. I don't sense anything.
Nope, you're busy looking at the tombstones.
Yeah.
I rolled a 19.
Khan, for just a quick second, you think you saw a sliver temple and heard a creaking sound.
Sorry, I saw a what?
A sliver of light, and you could swear you heard a creaking sound.
Whereabouts did I see the sliver of light?
Inside the temple. Oh, you just caught it almost out of the corner of your eye, kind of deal.
Well, come on, team. There's nothing to fear. It's just a temple. I've been to a few myself. In fact, I was thinking of starting my own. The Temple of Self-Confidence. Could do with some of that yourself there, fellow orc. I'm not an orc, but fellow who is an orc. Come forward, let's go.
The every and he just starts walking towards the temple, pushes this large wooden door open. It creaks. Inside, you see some broken pews. It looks like an old dusty altar. And behind it is two skeletons on the floor. You see some loose robes hanging off them. Looks like they've been dead for a while. I don't. Looking really close, though, you notice that the bodies these appear to be kobolds, not humanoid, which is kind of unexpected inside of a typical building.
So the skeletons are of kobolds.
Yes. That's where you guys like to look around. It's a fairly simple temple. Looks like there's basically the chamber and maybe a couple chambers off to the side for priests remain.
I definitely want to look at the altar because I'm not getting any reason why the land's corrupt around it, but I've got a theory that maybe some sort of ritual has been formed that shouldn't have been.
Okay. Hey, look, give me an investigation check.
Okay. Oh, natural one.
Nothing. Natural one.
Yep.
You look at the stone on altar, and it's stone. It's cold to the touch.
Very stony.
Well, these fellows don't deserve to lie here, and what's more, they're making the place a mess. You there, start digging a grave for these young fellows.
The half
young?
looks kind of surprised and motions to one of his teammates to go out and start digging. And the half bends down and looks at the kobolds pretty closely. That's strange. The skeletons, the bones are too thick. And as you guys go to look at what he's talking about, it literally looks like the kobolds' bodies.
Have we lost the stream again? I'm not seeing Jaren moving.
And
His audio is
and
still cut.
I think you must be hearing the same thing as me then, babe. Because, yeah, I think he's still connected, but there's a lot of packet loss.
Yeah. Yeah, I think he's gone again.
I think so.
Well, I'm going to grab another glass of water.
I'm going to tell people about some of the wonderful prizes. We have so many. Yeah, there it is disconnected. We have so many prizes that we'll be giving away during this 24-hour giveaway stream. Everything from everything out, even resin dungeon sets. We've got, I gather, quite a big one. It has arrived at our shipping address, but I've got to go and pick it up after this game. So I'm not quite sure how big exactly because I've not seen it. But I'm really excited to. So we're giving away 2 dungeon sets, one of which is big. And that comes with a load of monsters to put in it. It's got undead, it's got orcs, it's got gnolls, it's got ratmen, and an assortment of other kind of dungeon critters. Everything you need to get started with a dungeon set and monsters. And on top of that, it also comes with a voucher from a thermal running company called Tome who do dungeon decor, so you can decorate it with more stuff as well. So of your choosing. So that's a shop voucher. So it's an amazing. That's our like superstar prize. We're also giving away the Reaper Bones Maldra car. So that's the 5-headed Tiamat model, stands a foot tall and about 1.5 foot wide with the wingspan. We're also giving away Dragons Don't Share. So the other dungeon set we're giving away from D&B Games, that also comes with a set of undead with it as well. So yeah, and then we've got, Heroic Maps are backing us. So one of the prizes there is one of our big star prizes. That's also going to get a set of Reaper Bones Undead with it. But the top prize there is $200 worth of Heroic Maps. That is enough maps for dozens upon dozens upon dozens of maps you will never want for maps again. And that's just the top prize from Heroic Maps. We've got other sort of bundles of prizes from them too. We have so many firms that have come on board with us this year. I'm just going to pull up a little list to remind myself, because I might go through it alphabetically and we'll just quickly go through. So we have Absolute Tabletop, All Rolled Up, Angry Hamster Publishing, Arklands, Arkan Forge, Atlantis Miniatures, Benjamin Deskovich, Campaign Cartographer, Chaosium, Cognitive Merchant, Creative Quest, Critical Hit Publishing, Cubicle 7, David Cartwright, Destiny Quest, D&B Games, Doomtown, Evil Hat Production, Feral Gamers, Free League Publishing, Green Ronin Publishing, Heroic Maps, Ian Livingston, Jesper Schmidt, Jonathan Green, Just Crunch Games, Kakapopo TCG, Loki Battle Mats, Mongoose Publishing, Mystical Throne Entertainment, Onyx Path Publishing, Osric, Paizo, Pelgrane Press, Pinnacle Entertainment Group, Power Up Gamers, Role Playing for Accessibility, Proteus 3D, Artel's Orient Games, Raging Swan Press, Reaper Miniatures, Red Scar, Roll for Initiative, Role Playing Tips, Sly Flourish, Story Master Tale, Studio Agate, Sirenscape, The Black Hack, The Mighty Glueskip, The Ultimate Games Master, Thomerillion.de, Tin Man Games, UFO Press, Waplock Miniatures, Wisdom Save Media, World Anvil, and Wormwood are all giving away prizes for the 24-hour stream.
Wow, I'm impressed at how fast you could list them.
Welcome back.
Thank you. Sorry about the tech difficulties. I'm not sure why it's crashing on me, but it is.
Okay, so there was something about the bones.
Yes, the hacker told you that the bones were too thick. And bending down, and then you see what he was talking about. It appears that the body of the kobolds are made of bone, not that they withered away to a skeleton.
Some kind of bone sculpture's been going on here.
And as you are saying in this, you see the eyes light up in bed. And in common, you hear the squeaky voice or say, I am something and people love or hate. I change people's appearances and thoughts. If a person takes care of themselves, I will go up even higher. To some people, I will fool them. To others, I am a mystery. Some people may want to try and hide me, but I will show. No matter how hard people try, I will never go down. What am I? And then I just looks dead at each of you.
I say, with the last words he said there, I think it must have been a riddle. Was anybody listening?
Yes.
And I'll be glad to repeat it if you guys need.
Yes.
The riddle is I am something people love or hate. I change people's appearances and thoughts. If a person takes care of themselves, I will go up even higher. To some people, I will fool them. To others, I am a mystery. People may want to try and hide me, but I will show. No matter how hard people try, I will never go down. What am I? Half looks at some of his teammates, motions them to come forward, goes, I'm not no good with riddles. I might be street smart and sports smart, but I'm not exactly the book type.
Can you put it in the chat, babe?
Yeah, I'll put what I kind of did it in sort of note form, but yes.
Why? Are you a beard?
Nothing seems to happen, and some of the other teams like beard. And you can hear them muttering and love, hate, change appearance. And then they, I think you're onto something. And you can see, even though they're veterans, and a lot of them are common and farm folk who just happen to be recruited and make their way in.
How about self-confidence? It's always worked for me.
As you said, Avis, is you hear a crunching sound out, and looking down, you realize you just stepped on one of the kobold's leg, ankle area, and you.
I'm sorry, little man-child dog. I appear to have stepped on you and broken your leg.
No response. And if you like, you can give me an intelligence roll. Or
10.
18.
When you're thinking about the riddle and McCann said a bit and you think they're on the right track, but maybe what the beard represents rather than the beard itself.
Age.
Okay. As been as the as you see the light from the kobold's eyes grow dim, and and you hear that high pitched voice says, age. Yes, with time everything ages.
I'm sorry, can somebody explain to me what just happened there?
I got the riddle right.
But you just said age.
Yes, that's the answer.
Right. Great. Well done, Vin. Was it Vin?
Yes.
Is that one called Vin? I think I'm called
Vin.
Vin. Yes.
Vin.
He always says before he says his name, like he's trying to think of it.
and as you turn to walk out of the temple and you look at the trees and you realize the reason they look dead it just so much time has passed in this little area. It's almost unnatural. And right as you make that realization, and the forest fades away, and you guys are standing right outside this fence in the middle of the arena. The crowd's going wild. Wild. And you hear the commentators with the booming voices coming in from what appears to be very loud magic boxes is saying, and the challenge just, oh my God, we can't believe it. The underdogs defeated the champions.
Oh, I think we just lost. Seems a bit harsh. It was one of ours that got the riddle right.
Yes, it's terrible, isn't it?
Yes. And that is where we will actually end the session.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Oh, you're more than welcome. I hope you guys enjoyed it.
Yes, with
something a little bit different, and the choices really led me in a way I wasn't expecting. So, well, we thank you all for joining us. We want to encourage you to donate to +2 for the Butterfly Project. Wonderful project, and hopefully next year I'll be seeing them in person.
You know what? Even if you don't donate, go to the donate page on ComPlus, because right now the video there's a video on that page that is the intro sequence to the telethon, and I think it is one of the most awesome RPG videos, certainly the most awesome RPG video I've ever edited, and I'm really proud of it, and I think you should all watch it because it's really cool. And we're going to air that when we start the telethon.
Yeah.
So, but go have a look at that. It's on the donation page on complus.live. Just watch it. It's only 3 minutes or so, but it's an amazing video about role-playing.
Awesome. So if you guys want to do any outros, you're welcome to. Oh.
Come join us for 24 hours. I will give you stuff, I promise. For a small channel, we've got hundreds of prizes. Some of those prizes are actually multiple things. So come along. It's over $10,000 worth of prizes. I think it might even be over £10,000 worth. There's a lot of stuff, and we're giving it away. Literally giving it away. All you got to do is tune in.
Yes, I know, for myself, when Power Up Gamers are PDF bundles worth over $50, and we're giving in as many away as we got that we'll be doing. So that might be several $100 depending on how fast you guys manage to give them away.
Well, even if we overrun, we'll still give everything away.
Mm.
We'll just have to fight through the tiredness.
Exactly. So anyway, it's been my pleasure. Really glad to have Becky and Jason and play and hang out with me. It's something we don't get to do near often enough. So I'm looking forward to the rest of Com Plus 2 and hope to see you all there.